Hello, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, we still in topic of differentiation. In our previous lesson, we have learned the concept of differentiation, which is limit and the method, okay, to find the first derivative and second derivative by using first principle or and formula. Okay, so now we are going to learn how to apply differentiation in daily life problem. Okay, so actually the first one, we can use differentiation to find gradient. Okay, previously in topics of coordinate geometry, we have learned to find gradient by using formula m equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, that one is for straight line. Okay, so now for curve, actually the gradient of a curve at any point is defined as the gradient of the tangent, okay, to the curve at that point. Okay, so gradient of a curve, actually gradient of tangent. So dy dx actually is the gradient of y equals to fx. Okay. So, and we have formula gradient of tangent times gradient of normal equals to -1 because tangent and normal always 90 degree. Okay, so then to find equation of tangent or equation of normal, we can use the formula of this one. Okay, y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1 or y equals to mx plus c. Actually like this, let's say we have curve and tangent. Okay, tangent actually straight line that touch curve at one point. Okay, like this. Okay, 1 point. Okay, so gradient of the curve actually tangent at that point. Okay, so gradient is dy dx. So dy dx equals to gradient. So dy dx equals to tangent. So dy dx equals to gradient of tangent. Okay. And dy dx actually gradient of function. Okay, so you must understand the concept of gradient. Okay, so then for normal, actually normal it's straight line as well. Okay, so normal like this. Okay, straight line that always make 90 degree with tangent. So actually we have connection here. Gradient of tangent times gradient of normal equals to -1. Okay. Okay, let's do example here. Find the gradient of the curve y equals to 2x cubed plus 4x minus 8 at the point 1, -5. Okay, so the clue is gradient. Okay, so gradient is dy dx. Okay, so we have y equals to 2x cubed plus 4x minus 8. So dy dx, we differentiate, find the first derivative. We get 6x squared plus 4. Okay, so here given point 1, -5. This is the coordinate of x and y. So we substitute the coordinate of x into dy dx. Okay, so then we get 6 times 1 squared plus 4 equals to 10. So the gradient of the curve is 10 at point 1, -5. Okay, same thing for question number 2. Find the gradient. Again, gradient is dy dx. So now we have fx. Okay, 5 plus 2x minus 6x power of 7. Okay, so gradient is dy dx, but dy dx actually f prime x same. Okay, so f prime x, we differentiate once, we get 2 minus 42x power of 6. Okay, so then we substitute x equals to 0. So f prime 0 is 2 minus 42 times 0 power of 6 is 2. So gradient of fx when x equals to 0 is 2. The next one, find the gradient of tangent. Okay, gradient. Gradient is dy dx. Gradient of tangent dy dx as well. Okay, so differentiate. So y equals to 2x power of 4 minus 5 power of 4. So find the first derivative dy dx. This is power rule. So 2x power of 4 minus 5 power of 3. Differentiate another time, 8x cube. Okay, so here coordinate x, y, x is 1. So 2 times 1 power of 4 minus 5 cube, 8 times 1 cube. Okay, so 4, this one we have negative 3 cube times 8. Okay, so the answer is negative 864. Okay, previously we already knew that dy dx is gradient. Okay, and dy dx is gradient of tangent. Okay, so now question number 4. Find the equation of the tangent. Okay, so here we have equation of tangent. Okay, the tangent is straight line. Okay, when straight line, tangent is straight line. Okay, so that touch point, that touch curve at one point. Okay, this is tangent. Okay, straight line, the formula of straight line is y equals to, the equation of straight line, sorry, y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so dy dx is gradient of tangent, meaning that m is dy dx. Okay, so now we have y equals to 2x cubed plus 3x minus 4. Okay, so dy dx is gradient. Gradient is m. So dy dx is m, dy dx is gradient. Okay, so differentiate, we get 6x squared plus 3. Okay, at point 1, negative 1, 2. So this is coordinate of x, this is coordinate of y. So we substitute coordinate of x is 1 squared plus 3. Dy dx equals to 9. Okay, so dy dx is gradient. Okay, gradient. And gradient is m. Okay, so you just substitute into the equation y equals to mx plus c with coordinate 1, 2. Okay, so now we have y equals to mx plus c. So therefore y equals to mx plus c. Coordinate y is 2. Here coordinate y is 2. M is gradient. Gradient is 9. Coordinate x is 1 plus c. Okay, so then you can find the value of c. So c equals to 2 minus 9. C equals to negative 7. So then you substitute into the equation. So therefore equation of tangent, just now this one. Okay, so y equals to 9x minus 7. Okay, next question number 5. Find the equation of normal. Okay, so previously we have curve and tangent. Okay, so normal always 90 degree. Okay, so this is normal. Okay, normal is also straight line. Okay, so equation of normal is y equals to mx plus c as well. But the m is gradient of normal. Gradient of normal. Okay, so to find gradient of normal, you can use formula gradient of tangent times gradient of normal equals to negative 1. So therefore you must find gradient of tangent first. Okay, but gradient of tangent is dy y dx. Okay, so now you have to find dy dx first. Okay, so here we have y equals to x squared minus 4x plus 2. So dy dx is 2x minus 4. So x is 4. So 2 times 4 minus 4 is 4. So dy dx is 4. Okay, dy dx is gradient of tangent. Okay, so now we need to find equation of normal. So you find first gradient of normal by using the value of gradient of tangent. Okay, so from this equation, so gradient of tangent is 4. Okay, so 4 times gradient of normal equals to -1. So gradient of normal is -1 over 4. Okay, so equation of normal is y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so then coordinate y, just now we have this coordinate. Okay, coordinate 4, 2. Okay, so we substitute into the equation. So 4, 2. So coordinate 4, 2. X, y. Okay, y is 2, m is -1 over 4, x is 4 plus c. So then c equals to 2 plus 1. So c equals to 3. So therefore equation of normal is y equals to -1 over 4x plus 3. Okay, the last one, question number 6. Okay, if y equals to 6x squared minus 7x plus 4, find the gradient of the curve. So gradient is dy dx at point 1, 3. Okay, so find dy dx first. Y is 6x squared minus 7x plus 4. So dy dx is 12x minus 7. X is 1, so 12 times 1 minus 7 is 5. Okay, done. This is gradient of the curve. Okay, so then find equation of tangent and normal at that point. Okay, so equation of tangent. Okay, equation of tangent. Okay, y equals to mx plus c. Okay, here we have coordinate 1, 3. Okay, coordinate 1, 3. So 3 equals to, m is gradient. Gradient is dy dx, 5. X is 1 plus c. So c equals to 3 minus 5 is -2. So therefore equation of tangent y equals to 5x minus 2. Okay, actually if we draw this situation like this, okay, curve. Okay, this one tangent. Okay, so gradient of tangent is 5. Okay, so equation of tangent y equals to 5x minus 2. Okay, so the next one you have to find the equation of normal. Okay, so normal always 90 degree. Okay, like this at the same point. Okay, normal always 90 degree. So normal straight line as well. Okay, so equation of normal y equals to mx plus c as well. Okay, so equation of normal. Okay, so then you have to find gradient of normal first. Okay, so we have m tangent times m normal equals to -1. Gradient of tangent 5. gradient of normal, we are going to find equals to 1. So gradient of normal equals to negative 1 over 5. So equation of normal, we substitute into y equals to mx plus c. Okay. So point just now, point is 1, 3. Okay. So 1, 3. So 1, 3 into y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so y is 3, m is negative 1 over 5. X is 1 plus c. So therefore, c is 3 plus 1 over 5. C equals to 16 over 5. So therefore, equation of normal, y equals to negative 1 over 5x plus 16 over 5.